Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back. We're on to our final interview of the morning. But before we go there, some breaking news. The executive mayor of Johannesburg, Councillor Kabelo Gwamanda, has today submitted his resignation to the Speaker of the Johannesburg Metropolitan Council. This is in line with the political engagements that have taken place over the past few weeks and which have been largely informed by the new political architecture of governance in the country following the national and provincial elections. The resignation will be effective from a date to be determined by the Speaker, wherein a new executive mayor will be elected by the council. That is the breaking news for this morning in Johannesburg, and we move on. We cross over now to Bangladesh, I presume. We're going to be talking with RHR Asem. He is a young Rohingya humanitarian worker and peace builder, and he's going to talk to us about the latest drone attack on the Rohingya people. Assalamu alaikum to you, Asem. Welcome to the program.
Walaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for joining me here.
Okay, so you are currently in Bangladesh. You have taken refuge in Bangladesh. What is the current situation? The last time I spoke to someone, to a Rohingya journalist, I was told that there were a lot of people, lots of Rohingya people stuck at the borders trying to get into Bangladesh. They weren't sure whether they would get in, but whilst they were stuck at the borders, this was last week, they were being attacked as well by the Afghan army and the military. What does that picture look like now? Has it changed? Is it much worse or is it getting better?
Well, thank you. First of all, I would like to thank Solana Media, all of you, for inviting me here in this special program. So the current situation in Rohingya refugee camp is not so stable. Some of Rohingya brothers and sisters are trying to escape their life from the drone attack due to brutal acts by the Arkan army. They are trying to escape their life from the hands of the junta and the Arkan army. They try their journey to leave the country by suffering, by facing lots of challenges. They took journey to overcome their challenges through the Nap River. They are trying to come out from their Mondu due to the heavy fighting between the hunter and the Arkan army. The Arkan army forced our Rohingya brothers and sisters to let Mondu. At the time, they didn't take it as serious. After sometimes their Arkan army forced them to leave. At the time, the Rohingya refused to leave the country to evacuate Mondu at the open beach in the Mondu area. At the time, at that night, the Arkan army attacked on them with drones. At the time, the Arkan army killed more than 200 Rohingyas, and then our Rohingya brothers trying to escape their life from the drones attack. At the time, they are coming from crossing the Naf River through period journey. At the time, they are trying to take refuge in Bangladesh. Bangladesh government, first of all, before they didn't give any chance to enter in Bangladesh, and now Bangladesh government is trying to give them refuge in Bangladesh by thinking that they are coming by facing horrific situation from Myanmar. There are now the situation, Bangladesh government giving them refuge in Bangladesh.
Okay, so the Bangladeshi government, we do know that Sheikh Hasina has fled Bangladesh. The military, I understand, is possibly going to be taking control in Bangladesh, or a new government is being formed. But that government is allowing the refugees to come into Cox's Bazar. Am I correct? All right. Why is it that junta and the Arakan army is closing in on the Rohingya people in Mondu. Um, that we do know that international law protects the people of the villages. They're not meant to be attacking the people in the village, the innocent people. They are fighting their own war. Why are they targeting both sides, the junta and the Arakan army? Why are they targeting innocent Rohingya people and making them flee the villages?
The Arkan army and military attacked in Rohingya because we are a minority from the Myanmar. We were we were citizens in more than before at this time at 1982 due to a law post the law applied the Rohingya denied from the citizen at the time the Arkan army and the military trying to escape eradicate Rohingya from the grounds of Arkan by making communal front complex between the Rohingya and the Rakhines. At the time, some of Rohingyas trying to uh, flee to Bangladesh. At the time, between the Rakhines and Rohingyas become a conflict. And then the Arkan army attacked in Rohingya day by day due to
Okay, what is the current situation now? We do hear that over 200 people, 200 Rohingya people have been killed by drone attacks. Is it quietened down now? What are you hearing from Mondu, and what are you hearing? Are there still boats on the Naf River people trying to cross the Naf River into Bangladesh, or have the people quietened down now?
Okay, after massacring by the Arkan army, most Rohingya fled from Mondu to Bangladesh. Now some of Rohingyas are still left in Myanmar, Mondu. Their Arkan army trying to evacuate by planning to evade them from the grounds of the Arkan. But they are in a situation where is no peace. They are in an unstable situation. They are not getting any peace.
Okay.
They are also trying to leave the country, but there is no way to leave the country due to heavy fighting between two groups, Arkan army and the junta.
Asem, do we know approximately how many Rohingya people are still left in Mondu? And I'm kind of thinking that once they leave Mondu, once Mondu is cleared of all the Rohingya people and they take refuge in Bangladesh, the junta and the Arakan army will target the next village of Rohingya people. And which is that next village?
Mondo said there are some villages remain which is not targeted yet. No, the Arkan army and the junta trying to target them by evacuating some people. Not all they are evacuating. Some people are trying to evacuate from this place to another at the time, and now they are trying to target the main town of Mondo.
Okay, let's leave it there. We make dua, inshallah, that the Rohingya people do find peace and safety, and that these two forces, junta and the Arakan army, fight amongst themselves and leave the Rohingya people alone in peace. Allah knows best. Thank you indeed for talking with us this morning, and we will keep on talking with Rohingya activists like yourself to bring us eyewitness accounts of what exactly is happening in that part of the world. You keep safe, God bless, and salam alaikum to you.
Walaikum assalam. Assalamu alaikum.
And that brings us to the end of the show for today. Thank you indeed for your time. Thank you for your company. Do remember, I'll be back with you next Monday morning at the same time. So as always, take care on the roads, keep safe, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all du'as. Assalamu alaikum and khudafiz from me, Julie Ali.